to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees, and today I am going to be making an eggplant Parmesan casserole with cauliflower rice, and I'm going to add a little bit of a Beyond sausages, because I have a few, and I thought they would make a nice addition to this dish. This is sort of you can customize this thing to your own taste, but I'm going to show you how I do it. It was inspired by a dish, I think that I saw, I think it was, oh shoot, I can't remember, but I'll put it here when I remember who it was. A photo they had of a dish similar to this. They use real rice and real cheese, and I was inspired by the photograph, so I veganized it and changed it a bit and made it my own. But that's where I got it, and that's the picture of it. Isn't that beautiful? Looks like Rice Krispie treats. Alright, in this pan I have about a tablespoon or two of olive oil. I'm going to add, this is 1 or 2 shallots or a quarter of a small onion. Saute that a little bit. I did a lot of prep on this one before I started, so I wouldn't have to do stuff on camera. What I have here is two eggplants that I sliced about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick, and I grilled them on my stove. You can grill them in a grill pan or on a grill, or if you have a grill on your stove as I do. Or there's another method that I think I got from, is it Thug Kitchen maybe, or Iron, what is it, the Iron, whatever. The other method I will put a link below if you don't have either of those things, a way to get the eggplant prepared for this without a grill if you don't have a grill. Alright, in this bowl, I'm not going to add this now, but this is 2 cups of tomatoes, one of these little containers of cherry tomatoes that I quartered, and I stirred into it. I stirred a cup of basil, chopped up basil, a tablespoon of crushed red pepper, about a pinch or so, maybe a teaspoon of dry oregano, and some salt and pepper. Alright, in here I have 1 very large head of cauliflower that I grated into a rice in this Cuisinart, obviously. If you don't have a Cuisinart, you can do it with a box grater. It pops and makes a big mess and goes everywhere, but cauliflower is a messy thing when it's raw. So once that shallot was soft, I'm now adding this. I'm just going to wait for this to get soft too. It's really the point. In an effort to assist its softening, I'm going to add a cup of vegetable stock. It's a very big head of cauliflower. Might need more stock, but I'm using this Better Than Bouillon, no chicken base. They do no chicken and no beef, kind of veggie. It smells like real chicken stock. It's kind of cool. Where did I put it though? Where is it? Shit, I have to get it. Hold on. This is my cup of no chicken stock. I buy it online because I can't find the flavor. I can only find the vegetable one in my stores locally. I can't find the no chicken and no beef ones. While I'm waiting for this to get together, heat up, I buy a lot of bouillon. I even buy real bouillon sometimes, but because I subsidize my dog's food, what I feed them, I don't like to buy commercial dog food. There's one that they really like. It's called Avenger's beef thing. It's a big, really disgusting chunk of beef in the can. It's like sinewy, and like it's actually just a piece of meat in the can. It's super gross, but it feels less processed. So I sometimes let them have that, but most of the time, because my dogs are not vegan, although they could be, I suppose, I feed them canned chicken, canned salmon, and canned tuna that is all made for people. I buy the cheapest, like $2 for a big can of tuna, and I don't give them just that. Every couple days in my Instant Pot, I take a pound of pasta and a pound of like green lentils or yellow lentils, some sort of a high protein lentil or some beans, and I cook them in the Instant Pot with some stock so they taste all chickeny or beefy or whatever. And then I keep that in the fridge, and I make a base of that pasta, lentil, bean protein mix thing, and then I split through my 3 dogs a single can of either the chicken, the tuna, or the salmon. And that is what I feed my dogs. So I go through a lot of bouillon. I don't know why I'm putting bouillon, like they need the bouillon. Anyway. Alright. This will be soft in a little bit. So this is it, really. It's just assembly now. So I'm going to let this cook a little bit, and while it's cooking, I'm going to get the stuff that I need to assemble it for you, and you can see how easy it all is. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to change this up a little bit from the last time I made this stuff. I'm going to add, this is the 2 cups of tomatoes, or that container of tomatoes that I quartered, cherry tomatoes, a cup of basil, a tablespoon of crushed red pepper, a tablespoon of dried oregano, and some salt and pepper. I'm going to mix those into the rice. And you know what I'm going to do? I have a cup and a half of, is it Rayo's jarred arrabbiata. This is a cup and a half. I'm going to pour about, I want to use the whole cup and a half. It's almost an entire jar. I'm going to put this all in here. I actually grilled 3 eggplants initially, so I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to make 2 whole casseroles out of this many ingredients. We'll see. So now I'm mixing in that arrabbiata. You could use a homemade red sauce you like, your call. I just think that I'm going to add sausage, and I grilled these eggplants. I think it's sort of a smoky thing. I think it's going to need a little bit more tomato, more acid in there to, I don't know, beef up the flavor. All right, so here is a casserole pan that I spray with cooking spray. I am going to put, allegedly, 1/3 of this cauliflower mix in. I'm just going to cover the bottom in a thin layer is what I'm going to do, though. Maybe I won't have enough to make 2. I kind of prefer not to make 2. I'm having a dinner party tonight, and people make fun of me. They're like, "Oh, Christine's going to make food for 100 and invite 5 people over," which is kind of what I do. All right, so that's a nice thin layer. Now on top of that, I'm going to layer eggplant. Oops. I'm going to put some down the middle too. Now, I have over here a lot of vegan cheese. This is 2 cups of Miyoko's. It's half Miyoko's vegan Moz, half Miyoko's smoked vegan Moz, which I believe I found it at the Follow Your Heart store in Canoga Park. And I have Follow Your Heart grated Parmesan, and I have Go Veggie powdery kind of Parmesan. I'm going to put some Parmesan. It ends up being, this is also a taste thing. Some people like things cheesy, some people do not. I'm putting a small, I might as well just use this up, but I'll save some for the top. That was about, not even 1/8 of a cup of Parmesan from there. I think this is not, it is open, okay. And I'm going to put a fistful of this in there. And now, I'm going to use some dollops of the plain Miyoko's vegan Moz. Not even half of what I had there. And now I'm going to get into this smoked one too, and spread that around in there. In my original thing, I said to use 1 or 2 to 2 cups of parm and 2 to 3 cups of mozzarella. But that's really your call. You don't have to use as much. You could use more, you could use less. The brands of the cheeses I'm using, of course, are not important. To use whatever is available to you or you prefer. Probably going to have a hard time finding that smoked Miyoko's. I tasted it naked. It tastes pretty awesome and like autumnal. Like it's got that nice rich fall sort of flavoring. And now I have chopped up in this bowl 3 Beyond Meat sausages that I'm going to layer in here. Just a single layer of sausage. I think the sausage is going to go really well with the smoked mozzarella. Actually, I can do 2 layers of sausage. There's enough here. And I don't think I'm going to make 2 whole casseroles out of this. All right. Time for another layer of rice. Seemed like there was so much more ingredients than there was based in this container, but it's holding it pretty well. All right, I'm going to put as much of this, that's a very thick piece, I'm going to not use that one. I'm going to layer this in here again. It's only 2 layers of eggplant. think a lot of people think they don't like eggplant because they get it. I need a knife. They get it and it's not been grilled. It needs to be kind of really cooked down to get that spongy texture away. All right, I'm just kind of winging it and covering the whole top of this thing with eggplant. This is so thick, I'm not going to use that one. All right, more cheese. I'm just kind of really willy-nilly here. Saving some for the top too. I think I don't have too much cheese here. We'll see. All right, final layer of the tomatoey rice. Wow, it's all gonna make in one. All right, there I was thinking I was gonna get 2 out of it. Didn't. Now, the original recipe called for real rice. I chose to make it with cauliflower rice so that it would be less fattening. It's very difficult to feed this group of people I have coming over here because I've got my own vegan food restrictions. And then I've got a friend of mine, Melly Liebord Taylor. Mel is a new regular on This Is Us. She plays Zoe. She's a regular she did 1 episode at the end of last season, and she's going to be a regular for 3 years, so I think she's off carbs for 3 years. And her cousin, Naomi Priestley, also not big on the carbs. Meanwhile, I've got a 6'8" man who weighs, 6'8" men weigh, who would like to have a very filling meal. So I think what I'm going to do is serve this so the ladies, myself, Mel, Naomi, can have a meal that is lighter, even though it's got all this fucking cheese in it. And I might make a side of just naked pasta so the boys can serve this over pasta if they want. But anyway, I didn't put the rest of the sausage in. Shit. I guess I'll put it on. Oh, that's a terrible mistake that I didn't put all the sausage in. Damn. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to push it in there. I'm going to push some in there, here and there. Spread it around. Oh, I fucked up. All right, get in there, you. Yeah. Don't want it to get too dried out. So I'm shoving it under the surface. Then I'm going to put more cheese. That was a big oversight. Whatever. Yep. Doesn't look much different. Now I'm going to I have a couple of kinds of cheese here. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to reserve that smoked one. This is the Miyoko's Vegan Mods. And then, so that was 2 cups of cheese. I probably only used 1.5 cups, maybe. And I'm going to finish up this so delicious grated mozzarella. So delicious. Shit, I can't open it with my dirty fingers. Alrighty. Is this vegan? Pardon me while I check. Organic coconut milk, organic coconut cream, palm oil, potato corn contains potato protein, yeast extract, citric acid, collagen, tapioca, xanthan gum, yum, annatto, cellulose. It is in fact vegan. So why don't they say vegan on it? Why are they so tricky with this stuff? Anyway, I guess they say vegan and they're going to freak out people that are just lactose intolerant or something and not vegan. Anyway, I'm going to put some of this on the top, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. It really only needs to be warmed through because everything in it is cooked. The sausages I cooked on the grill over there, making a big mess. All right. Ow! Oh, so today, my little Hayden, my Frenchie girl, she had to have she had to have her soft palate. It goes too far down her throat, so she breathe like that, and she needed to have it literally cut so that it would not clog her throat when she was breathing heavily. And she had that surgery 2 weeks ago. And why did I bring this up? For a reason. Hayden. Oh my God, I'm so lost as to why I brought that up. Want to bring you up, Hayden? Want to say hi? Here she is. She was a champ anyway. She had her surgery and she was a champion. She did a good job. She still sounds like that because her nose, she had her thingy cut and she had her nose hose drilled bigger. And she still sounds like that. But now she can allegedly go for a hike because 2 weekends ago I took her for a hike. It was like 75 degrees. I took her for a hike and we turned around way before even halfway because she was overheating, and we got about a half a mile from my house, and I literally called an Uber to get us home because I was so concerned about her heavy breathing because she was in distress. So hopefully that will be fixed now with her brachio surgery. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the oven for, I think it's 350. I should probably check my notes. Pardon my what do we call this? My unprofessionalism. 350 for 20 to 30 minutes. And when it comes back out, let's put some more chopped fresh basil on top there, and voila! Or some chopped cherry tomatoes. If you reserve some, you put some chopped cherry tomatoes on top and some basil. And that is that. That is my recipe for eggplant parmesan casserole with cauliflower rice and sausage. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, but it's really delicious. So there, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and please share these recipes with your friends. People say, can I share that? So of course I want you to share it. Get the word out for these recipes, how easy they are, and how delicious they are, and how vegan they are. And that is that. Until next time, bye.